Imagine a world dominated by two powerful empires, locked in a struggle for supremacy. The Mediterranean Sea was their battleground, a vast expanse of water that both sought to control. Their ambitions were as boundless as the horizon and their determination unyielding. On one side we have Rome, a rising power in Italy, known for its fierce legions and disciplined soldiers. The Roman army was a formidable force, renowned for its organization, strategy, and relentless training. Their conquests were swift, and their influence spread like wildfire. On the other side, there's Carthage, a wealthy trading empire based in North Africa, famed for its naval prowess and strategic brilliance. Carthage's ships ruled the seas, and their merchants brought wealth from distant lands. Their cities were bustling hubs of commerce and culture. This is the story of the Punic Wars, a clash of civilizations that would shape the course of history. Rome and Carthage, two titans of the ancient world, locked in a deadly embrace. Their battles were epic, their strategies ingenious, and their leaders legendary. Two empires, two different cultures, one unavoidable conflict. Their differences were stark, yet their destinies intertwined. The architecture, the art, the very essence of their societies stood in contrast, yet they were bound by their desire for dominance. These two powers dominated the Western Mediterranean, their rivalry shaping the destiny of the ancient world. Trade routes, alliances, and territories were all at stake. The Mediterranean was not just a sea, it was the lifeline of their empires. This wasn't just a clash of armies, it was a clash of ideologies, economies, and ways of life. The markets of Rome and Carthage were filled with goods, ideas, and innovations, each reflecting the soul of their people. The stakes were high, and the consequences of defeat were unthinkable. The leaders of both empires knew that victory would bring glory, but defeat could mean the end of their civilization as they knew it. The world watched as these two titans clashed, forever altering the course of history. The First Punic War, spanning over 2 decades, began with a dispute over Sicily, a strategically important island coveted by both Rome and Carthage. This island was not just a piece of land, but a crucial point for trade and military advantage in the Mediterranean. Initially, Rome was a land-based power, while Carthage ruled the waves with its powerful navy. The Carthaginians had a long history of seafaring and naval dominance, which posed a significant challenge to the Romans. The war saw Rome adapt to naval warfare, even building its own fleet from scratch. This was a remarkable feat, considering their lack of experience in naval engineering and combat. This war was marked by fierce naval battles, with both sides vying for control of the Mediterranean. The intensity of these battles showcased the determination and resilience of both Rome and Carthage. One notable clash was the Battle of Mylae in 260 BC, where Rome secured its first significant naval victory against the Carthaginians. This battle was a turning point, demonstrating Rome's growing prowess at sea. This victory proved crucial, bolstering Roman morale and demonstrating their growing naval power. It also marked the beginning of Rome's transformation into a formidable naval force. It was a long and brutal conflict, exhausting both sides. The war dragged on with numerous battles and heavy casualties, leaving a lasting impact on both civilizations. The Second Punic War witnessed the rise of one of history's most brilliant military commanders, Hannibal of Carthage. Seeking revenge for Carthage's earlier defeat, Hannibal boldly crossed the Alps with a massive army, including war elephants, taking the Romans completely by surprise. Hannibal's daring military tactics, especially his stunning victory at the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC, inflicted heavy losses on the Roman legions. For years he roamed Italy, winning victory after victory, but ultimately he couldn't deliver a decisive blow against Rome itself. The Romans, under the leadership of Scipio Africanus, finally confronted and defeated Hannibal at the Battle of Zama in 202 BC, marking a turning point in the war. The final chapter, the Third Punic War, from 149 to 146 BC. This war marked the end of a series of conflicts between Rome and Carthage, known as the Punic Wars. By the time the Third Punic War erupted, Carthage was a shadow of its former self. The once great city had been weakened by previous wars and was struggling to regain its former glory. Rome, driven by a potent mix of fear and ambition, saw an opportunity to eliminate its long-standing rival once and for all. The Roman Senate, influenced by figures like Cato the Elder, believed that Carthage must be destroyed to ensure Rome's supremacy. The war was less a conflict and more a brutal siege and destruction of Carthage. The Romans employed relentless tactics, cutting off supplies and bombarding the city with their advanced siege engines. Roman forces, led by Scipio Aemilianus, the adopted grandson of Scipio Africanus, besieged Carthage for 3 years. Scipio's leadership and strategic acumen were crucial in maintaining the siege and eventually breaking through Carthage's defenses. In 146 BC, the Romans breached the city's defenses, burning it to the ground and enslaving its surviving population. The destruction was thorough, leaving no building untouched and no inhabitant unscathed. Carthage, once a thriving metropolis and a symbol of Phoenician culture, was reduced to rubble, its territory becoming a Roman province. The fall of Carthage marked the end of an era and the beginning of Roman dominance in the Mediterranean. The legacy of conflict: Rome and Carthage after the Punic Wars. The Punic Wars had a profound impact on both empires, though the outcomes were drastically different. For Rome, victory paved the way for its dominance of the Mediterranean, transforming it from a regional power into a vast empire. Roman military tactics, organization, and adaptability were key to their success. The Punic Wars left an indelible mark on Roman society, shaping its military, political, and social development. However, the relentless cycle of warfare also bred brutality and a thirst for power that would shape Rome's future. The destruction of Carthage, though a testament to Roman might, serves as a chilling reminder of the human cost of conflict. Cultural clash, more than just conquest. The Punic Wars weren't just about land or power, they were also a clash of cultures. Rome was a land-based society, its people fiercely independent and proud of their republican ideals. Carthage, on the other hand, was a maritime power, known for its trade networks and cosmopolitan culture. The Carthaginians were renowned for their commercial acumen and seafaring skills. They established a vast trading network that spanned the Mediterranean, connecting distant lands and cultures. They were also pioneers in shipbuilding and navigation, their knowledge of the sea unmatched in their time. Conclusion: echoes of an ancient rivalry. The Punic Wars, a pivotal chapter in ancient history, offer valuable lessons about ambition, conflict, and the rise and fall of civilizations. The echoes of this ancient rivalry continue to resonate, reminding us of the enduring power of the past to shape our present. The story of Rome and Carthage is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the devastating consequences of conflict.